Hey there guys, welcome. I'm making this video today because a few people have asked me what Final Fantasy XIV is all about. So I've decided to make a quick video just to show why it is so damn addictive and why it is so good. Basically, where I'll start is the classes. At the moment I'm a Black Mage, level 16 Black Mage. But I do have another class. I'm also a Paladin, level 50, but 65 because of my items, equipment. Basically the way this works is once you max out at level 50, you can level up your equipment by going through hard mode dungeons and whatnot, and getting better stuff. Obviously there's other ways to acquire them too, which I'll get to in a minute. But yeah, you can change through any class that you want. You can be a Conjurer, which is a healer. You can be a Pugilist, which is a fist fighter. And you can be a Gladiator, which was the thing I was before I became a Paladin. Basically, what I'm known as in a dungeon, for NASCAR, is a tank. Now, tanks are damage takers, not damage dealers. Damage dealers are the DPS, which is like the Black Mage, the Bards, the Archers, etc, etc. So what I'm trying to explain here is I'm like the person who takes all the damage, and the way you do this is when you go into dungeons and stuff, you aggro groups of enemies to attack just one person. Makes it a hell of a lot easier for the healer to sort their day and heal you only. Obviously it comes to times where you can't just do that and you have to switch it around a bit. You might notice that my weapons and shield is glowing too. This is because I've just acquired the relic weapon, so I can't go any further with that because it's ridiculous the amount of effort and time that you have to put in to go any further. But I'm not going to explain that today. This is basically just a basic video to say why Final Fantasy XIV is worth the $8.99 a month. The other thing that really is cool is the Dewey Finder. You've got Expert. That's a new one actually. I didn't even know that existed. Dewey Roulette Expert. I didn't know that was there. Oh, we get 25 soldier points for that. That's nice. You use these tokens here where it says 25 to buy rare items. I think plate mail's like 825. And then blue ones as well, which you can buy like eye level 70, eye level 80. That means item level, of course. Here you got high level dungeons and whatnot. So you can go through duty roulettes and acquire bonuses, and today's bonus is actually for the tank for the trials and for the healer for the low level. For the high level it's also for the tank. And I need to complete all those dungeons before I can do that, and I haven't completed any of them. It's not just that though. You can go through any dungeons at any times. These are ones that you unlock as you go through the game. Obviously up to there is where the story ends, so the story is always continuing though. Square Enix is always updating it, and you've got boss battles as well. Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, I forgot to name them, and of course other treats. You got the Labyrinth of Ancients, which is Crystal Tower from Final Fantasy III, if I remember correctly. I'm probably wrong. Which is really cool. You've got a 24-man quest, if that's what you want to call it. It can go horribly wrong though if you don't have a decent enough group. I'm going to board my Chocobo now, which you get when you come level 10, I think it is. I cannot remember, it was that long ago. So apologies on that one, guys. Also, you get your companion, which is also your Chocobo, to fight in battle with you, which is a really cool addition, and they're always adding new stuff. So, that's not just it. There's not just the classes for combat, there's also crafting classes and stuff as well, which you can make rare and unique items for people. I'm part of a free company where they constantly make you stuff. I actually had to ask somebody to meld materia to my weapon so I could get these relic weapons done and dusted. You have to be level 50 in a certain craft, and it takes a hell of a long time to get to level 50. Worth it in the end though, because of all the unique perks that you get. So another thing I'm going to explain real quick is you can dye your items. As you can see here, I'm just going to quickly run through it. You press square or X or whatever you are playing on. I'm playing on the PC with an Xbox 360 wired controller. It's what I recommend. Unless you're playing on PS4, then that is the best in my opinion. So if you've got all these dyes, you have to buy them obviously, but you can see what they look like by pressing square or X. Which is a real cool addition. You can dye your gear and look exactly as you want, and also you create your character from scratch. So you can be different classes as well. You can be, I can't remember what they're called. You can be a little person, I'll just call them little people. You can be a big beastly guy. You can be an elf. You can be loads of new stuff, and they're always adding stuff as well. They're going to be adding some new classes this year too. All being well, so I'm looking forward to that. I'll show you a quick combat. So basically how combat works is you target an enemy, you hold down the right trigger in my case, and you press the corresponding button for the attack. So at the moment I'm pressing B and RT, and we do our fast blade attack. If you wanted to do something different, you can alternate through sets of skills by pressing RB, like I am doing now. And I'm going to quickly press LT and square, and there you go. I did my massive AoE attack. To put your weapon away, you just click the stick in, which is a really cool addition. I have it set so when I change my weapon, well, when I unwield my weapon, my skill thing automatically changes, which can be really annoying but can be really helpful at times. So because I'm a tank, it's usually my job in dungeons and raids to provoke and basically piss off enemies to attack me and me only. Obviously it always doesn't go that way, but yeah. So these are real people in real life. This guy here is a woman. There's a woman. Is fighting in real life. That's real time. It's a game which you can easily play with your friends. It's a hell of a lot of fun. I seriously recommend anyone who's into Final Fantasy or MMOs in general to give it a go. I think it's better than Guild Wars. I think it's better than World of Warcraft. Just for the simple fact there is so much to do. I'm going to show you now one thing that I do have to do as a mage. Real quick. I'm going to change to my mage. Oh god. I forgot to change my equipment. So quickly do that. Okay. So I'm going to quickly show you my hunting log. And basically the way these work is, you might have seen earlier, they have little yellow scribbles, if that's what you call it, little yellow symbols above their head. And that's to kind of tell you that, look, this is on your hunting log, you want to kill it and get the experience. So, for example, we've got the Toxic Toad, Central Bannerland, the Clutch. So that's the location of where the toad is. You need to kill 3 of them, and the reward for that is 5,000 experience. Which is very nice when you are as low leveled as me. Another thing you can do is you can acquire a group of friends or just random people and go fate farming. Now fates are like big events. I'll try and show you one. There's one happening up there, so I'm going to quickly run to that. And there's an example of the scribble. Some guys already attacking those. But there's the example. I need to kill that in order to get the experience and to complete my hunter's log. So I will go do that in a minute. But I'm just going to head to this fate if it hasn't already finished. I'm just going to sprint real quick. Another thing that you get is like levy meets. These are like live action events where you can do them as a group. You can get tons of experience from this, but you can only do so many a day, which kind of sucks. So now we've joined a fate, level 17, and to become part of it, all you have to do is attack one thing. I'm using Blizzard real quick here. Being a mage is kind of tedious as all hell because you have to wait until your spell is summoned, which can be kind of boring in all fairness and honesty, but I enjoy it. It's different. It's a nice change of pace from being a gladiator all the time. However, you do die very, very quickly if you step out of your comfort zone, if that's what you want to call it. So I'm just going to real quickly help this guy with his fate because he's on his own. So I wouldn't like it if I was on my own, although I think he is a higher level than me. A really unique and cool thing with fates is it level syncs you. So you can compete and partake in any fate you want. If you're helping a friend out, you know, a friend comes on the chat saying, yo, I need help with this fate. You can be like, yep, be there in a minute. Oh, I'm level 50. You're level 20. We don't have a problem. I'll just level sync and become part of the fate and help you with it. Which I thought was really, really cool. You could help people. That's basically what this game does. It encourages you to help newbies, which is really cool. It's really, really good. There's too many games out there which are mostly free to play, in all honesty and fairness, where it's just me. There's no encouragement to help people. This really tries to encourage you to help new people, and you'll often find when you're in a dungeon and you're fighting a boss for the first time, someone will explain the mechanics to you who has done it a ton of times, probably in the duty roulette, or if they're helping a friend as well. What else could I cover? You do get a unique armor when you become level 50, like a class job armor. Oh, that's another thing I'm going to explain, jobs. When you become level 30 in a certain class, you can acquire a job by becoming level 15 in the subclass. So I leveled up actually from completing that fate, so that was duly worth it. So I'm really pleased I did that. And oh, that reminds me, I'll show off companions real quick. I've just seen that, guys. So here's the companion. This is Speedster, my chocobo. Rank level 2, he's pretty much a healer, as I really struggle as a black mage, so it's always good to have a healer at hand. Obviously not a very good one as of yet, but I'm sure he will improve in the future. So we're going to head down here, and I'm hoping to kill those things that are on my hunter's log. I think they were down here. Oh, this game is huge, by the way. The map is absolutely ginormous. I'm just going to real quickly show you all the places you can go, and there's always new ones being added too, which is awesome. It's not just that as well. There's like places you can go where it cuts off. In the story, sometimes you have to do it yourself. Friends can't help you with the main storyline quests unless it's like a dungeon or a raid. Also, job and class quests you also have to do on your own, which is fair enough. It can't all be too easy. A nice new little feature that's been added as well is if you're finding a boss or a dungeon a little bit difficult, there's what's called the Echo, which boosts your stats by like 10%. So it helps you massively to overcome the challenge and defeat a boss that you're stuck on. For my example, it was Titan hard mode. I got stuck on Titan hard mode for ages. Oh, it's so annoying. Basically, what it is the big guy in the middle of an arena, if that's what you want to call it, where you could easily fall off the edge just by getting hit by one of his attacks. It's very, very hard. It's a lot harder for a DPS obviously than it is tank, because all tanks do is stand there and take damage. Obviously you have to do the odd tank swap, but that's a different story for a different day. So I'm just hoping to find one of these guys real quick and kill him, just so that I can complete my hunter's log. Well, my bit for that. And I'm guessing they're them. Yep, they are indeed. Fortunately, that Urana is going to kill it, and indeed they have. And they've got a relic weapon, so I'm guessing they're after the thingy, the Atma, around this area. Because there's no fates going on, there's actually one just started down there, so they're probably heading down there now. Who knows. But yeah, these are real people that you're playing with, so you definitely, and I really must stress this, show respect to people online, because there's not worse than going into a dungeon and being called shit or a noob or whatever, you know, like, what are you doing? Yeah, alright, I'll put my hand up, I've never done this before, made a mistake, won't happen again, I now know what's going on. You know, most people are fine with it, most people are like, yeah, it's cool, don't worry about it. Some people get really stressed and take the game way too seriously. Which is a shame really, but you're always going to get the odd arsehole in every game, unfortunately. So, that didn't count. Why didn't that count?
I feel you.
I've no idea why that kill did not count. I'm absolutely confuzzled by that. Right, okay, so hoping this one counts. Don't see why it shouldn't. Bit out of my depth here. Don't want to get hit by that attack. Quickly step out of the way. It's as easy as that. It's a lot harder when you're playing with a keyboard, which I first was. I got to a boss and I just struggled so much with it, because I just kept getting killed constantly. So I decided to convert to a gamepad, and to be 100% honest with you, I have never looked back since. So that one counted. I don't know why the other one didn't. Someone must have hit it in between or something. Never mind. I need to watch I don't run out of MP again. But yeah, basically all you do as a black mage is just stand there and attack. And obviously avoid attacks when and as if needed. I've found being a gladiator and a paladin a lot more fun than I have black mage, but black mage has some awesome equipment, so I really want to become a black mage. So here we go, I've completed that hunter's log. I got 5,500 experience for it, which is very nice. Obviously the game does have a storyline. Is it as strong as other Final Fantasy games? I would probably say not. I tend to skip most of the cutscenes and conversations because I'm really not bothered. I just want to get on with it, get my experience, and get to level 50 in a certain class as soon as possible, but I'm pretty sure that's the way everyone feels. Yes, you can buy items on a marketplace. You can buy weapons, like his sword. That's very cool looking. I think he's an NPC. He actually is an NPC. So I'm not sure if you can buy that sword. I had a sword called the Mailbreaker, where it like was a little sword and then it went into a big sword. It was absolutely awesome, but unfortunately I no longer needed it because I have the relic weapon sword, which is miles better. But here's another cool thing about Final Fantasy XIV. Recently in a patch, there's a thing being added called Glamours, where you can take the appearance of a certain item but still gain the stats of the stronger one. How this works is you basically go to your character, go to the item, cast Glamour, and there you go. It says what appearance do you want to take. Obviously I can't take many because I'm not a high enough level, or I'm not the class for those things, and that's it. It's as easy as that. Obviously you need the required tools and equipment to do it, but they don't really cost much if you know where to look. So yeah, basically that's it guys. That's a quick insight into why I've been playing so much Final Fantasy XIV. If you do play and you're on the Shiva world, definitely add me. My name is Angelette Spence. It's a random name. I randomised it on Final Fantasy and that's the name I got. I don't like it at all. I wish I could change it to Zen Savage so people on YouTube would know who I am. You know, people have me as friends. But yeah, basically that is it guys. I hope you've enjoyed this insight into Final Fantasy XIV. I hope I've kind of made your mind up whether this game is for you or not. I actually first tried it in the beta for the PC, and the wife got hooked on it and she wanted somebody to play with, so I thought I'd give it a go, and I've been hooked on it ever since. So yeah guys, basically that is all for today. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Give us a like, give us a comment, subscribe, really appreciate it. If you want more Final Fantasy XIV, if you want me to do some dungeon runs, I'm happy to do that as my paladin, or as my mage, and if my mage when I get a high enough level for certain dungeons.